Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today into the Houston Astros have optioned Colton Gordon to AAA after his start yesterday, where I thought Colton Gordon was actually really good yesterday for this Astros team. He went 5 1/3, and got that in 83 pitches. So on it realistically, you could have potentially kept Colton Gordon to go 6 innings for the first time in his career. But it wasn't the right decision because there was runners on base. It's a tough position for a rookie. It was a tie ball game. So the Astros actually did the right thing there by bringing in Brian King, even though Gordon had enough pitches left in the tank to potentially go 6 innings. But I still the right call by Joe Espada to take Gordon out, with the one out, with two outs to go in the 6th inning. But Colton Gordon, I still thought yesterday was really good for this Astros team. Yesterday, he went 5 1/3. He only gave up 3 earned runs. And if we're going to get real, 2 of those earned runs, look, do they count? Yes. But, those earned runs are happening because of a 2 of those. One of them, he did give up a couple base hits and the Rays scored runs. But his first 2 earned runs of the day were a 330-foot home run to Danny Jansen. And this is when a home run is really just a fly ball. When this 330-foot home run by Jansen is not even a home run at Yankee Stadium. That's how short of a home run this was for Danny Jansen. And look, to be fair, we can look at it, and Jake Myers had a home run very similar, a little bit farther, but very similar later in the game, hitting a home run 338 feet. But we can talk about those 2 home runs for Jake Myers and Danny Jansen, and the Astros still win the game 3-1. But that's just pointing that out, that the fact that this guy gave up 3 earned runs yesterday, yes, but 2 of them were really just it wasn't even it wasn't. I wouldn't say that those don't count, but I wouldn't put that on Colton Gordon because anywhere else that's an out. But yes, but also another thing I really liked what I saw from yesterday. He had 7 strikeouts. And was just a lot better than what we saw the last outing. The outing before that, he went 4 innings. He gave up 3 earned runs in 4 innings, and he gave up 2 walks. He didn't give up any walks yesterday. I thought that was a big difference, and just was a lot better yesterday than what we saw in his first start against the Royals. But to be fair, I think to start your first game off against the Royals, that is a hard task to do. But I'm excited to see. Look, a lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, he might." There are a lot of people, Astros fans, wondering, is he done? Are we not going to see him again? Is he not in the starting rotation anymore? I would say Colton Gordon is still going to be in the rotation. I would expect him to pitch Sunday, because the Astros are only optioning him because they need to get Brandon Walter, who's today's starter, another lefty for the Astros, which is an advantage for the Astros because the Rays are terrible against lefties. But they needed to get Walter on the roster, so they optioned Gordon. Now, honestly, I don't know what you're going to need from Walter once he is gone. And once he pitches today, I wouldn't be surprised if you just option him, because let's just say he goes 3-4 innings, maybe more for the Astros today. Hopefully, could go 5. I don't know, but let's just say he goes 3-4 innings, maybe more. He's not available anymore. He's gonna need a couple days off. You're not gonna need him, whether he does good or bad. So if he goes a good amount of innings today, I believe the Astros will option him. And who do you call back up? Colton Gordon. Because we look at who's starting tomorrow. Hunter Brown. Lance McCullers Jr. should start Thursday in the series opener against the Mariners. And then there's 3 more games against the Mariners. We don't really know who's going to be starting in those games, because it's not going to be enough rest for Hunter Brown to start in that series, in that series against Seattle. And I think Fromber will be one of the pitchers that pitches in that series. Ryan Gusto is a guy you could ask to pitch in that Seattle series. But then there's that final game. I think that final game on Sunday will go to Colton Gordon. That's what I am predicting. I think we will see, and this is how I'm predicting this is how the series will go. I think we'll see Lance on Thursday. That hasn't been confirmed yet, but it should happen. I think we'll see Ryan Gusto start Friday. Then we'll see Fromber start Saturday. And then I'm predicting Colton Gordon starts the finale on Sunday. I think the Astros see Colton Gordon back in Astros uniform on Sunday, starting his third start on Sunday against the Mariners in the series finale. So anybody thinking this is the last you see of Colton Gordon, I would expect him back this weekend for the series finale against the Mariners. Let me know your thoughts on the roster move for the Astros in the comment section, and peace out.